as they've been prone to do in really scattershot throughout this season.
Yeah, and you look back to last year, this is two completely different teams, both of them from last year. Labette County last year was a team that was kind of on the rise, getting better, and you could see it. They didn't really have a whole lot of seniors. Now you look at this year, Labette is kind of what Independence was last year, a senior-led team that these kids have been playing together for 2 or 3 years now, and now they're gelling, and they figured it all out. And now it is here their senior year, and it helps when you get a pretty good running back to transfer, T.J. Mayhew.
That Mayhew, one of the players leading the way for the Grizzlies, and as Brett mentioned, a lot of experience across the board for this Labette County team. Stark contrast to what Independence has. Not a lot of experience. Have some, of course, at skill position, but across the board, not so much, and that makes things difficult when you're trying to transition to a new season, and Independence has had some limited success.
Seems like every year in the SDK there's somebody who transfers to be better.
Yeah, that didn't seem not never the case. It used to be, it seemed, but
not always football, but
it seems to happen, that's for sure.
But yeah, this year it seems T.J. Mayhew was the one transferring away from Parsons. I guess he just wanted to win a few more football games to come over to Labette. He kind of let Parsons have it in that rivalry game a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this one plays out. We're going to wrap up our Quality Motors, Quality Toyota pregame show. Send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. When we come back, opening kick. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Brian Klein again with Quality Toyota and Quality Motors. We hope you're enjoying the game. You know, I've been here for 8 years now, and I have never had this many pre-owned Tacomas. You know, the legendary dependability and reliability of the Tacoma? And now is your chance to save thousands off new prices. All of these are local trades. You can call or stop by either side of the street, and we'll show you why your neighbor trades with Quality Automotive Group. Hey, go Bulldogs, get that win.
You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9.
Back here, Altamont, Kansas, getting ready to start this one off. Kickoff, Bulldogs will be kicking away right to left. Labette County going left to right. Kickoff brought to you by G&W Foods of Independence. G&W Foods, just as well, get the best. Of course, one of the many fine sponsors for Bulldog football this season. Crawley set to kick this one off. Like Irwin back there to receive, along with Anderson. Kick, going to be an onside kick, and it's bobbled a little bit. Ball loose, crossed the way. We'll have to see who comes up with it. Independence saying they did. We'll have to wait for the signal.
Now Labette County saying they got it.
And Labette County looks like they're right. One of those things where Independence may have had it initially, but who comes up with it that matters the most is Labette County will take over with good field position near midfield.
That's a gutsy call right out of the gate.
I like it, though.
Oh, I like it. Gutsy.
So going to give Labette County good field position to begin this ball game. Dean, the quarterback, operating out of the shotgun. Slot man in motion, coming to the near side. 3 wide receivers, going to look over to the sideline, get the rest of the play call. Running back moved from the right to his left, takes the snap. Dean going to throw the screen, kicks it on out there, getting good blocking, working now to the middle of the field, spinning around out across the 40, still not brought down, and then finally getting taken to the turf was Cale Irwin after the reception, and more than enough to pick up the first down as he gets it inside the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Expect to see a lot of passing game tonight from Labette County. Easton Dean,
the 6'7" quarterback, no less.
He's having a heck of a year. Switched over from receiver to quarterback for his senior season and taking it in stride.
Anderson in motion, quarterback keeper up the middle with it, got a ton of room out across the 30, and it'll be close to another first down, but going to be about a yard shy to pick up a 9. It'll bring up 2nd and 1 for the Grizzlies.
And a fake end around, and the front 7 for Independence kind of went with it, and a big hole opened up, nearly a first down for Dean.
Dean back in the gun, throws it over the middle, play action fake, it's complete, working the way to the outside across the 10, getting pushed out of bounds, going to go out at about the 1. After the reception there was Josh Walters. Is Labette County doing it, mix of the run and the pass. And they're bringing up first and goal, I guess officially going to be spotted at the 2-yard line. Dean back in the gun, 2 running backs back there, full back up in front of him. Going to hand it off right-hand side, into the end zone, touchdown, and just like that, 6-0. As T.J. Mayhew rumbles into the end zone with 10:41 left in the first quarter. Labette strikes first. It's 6-0.
And that's unfortunate with the short field. They didn't have to go very far, just 50 yards, quick strike, and Independence going to be playing from behind here again.
Labette County out for the conversion attempt, swinging gate. They'll go for 2. Snap out of the quarterback spot into the end zone for the touchdown, or excuse me, for the conversion, rather. Tanner Russell completes the conversion attempt. 8-0. Independence down with 10:37 left in the first quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
No matter which team you're rooting for, we've got you covered. Community National Bank and Trust offers your favorite school mascot on our debit cards. And what's even better, for every card issued, we'll donate $3 directly to your school. It's just another way Community National Bank and Trust supports our community. Come get your mascot card at any of our 29 locations today. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
8-0 our score. Labette County up in this one. Took them a mere minute 23 to put that one into the end zone, albeit working with a short field as Independence opted for the onside kick to no success. Labette County had a mere 53 yards to try to work their way down the field and finally punch it into the end zone. So Grizzlies set to kick this one off. Independent will get their first offensive possession of the night. It'll be booted away. A very high kick. Going to be fielded eventually. Well, that's still loose. Well, that might have fell on it. Actually, looks like Independence able to swipe that one into their...
Probably dove for it. Completely missed. It looked like he just kind of stuck his head out. Just kind of grabbed it in right before the Grizzly defender got down there to pounce on that ball.
So they're going to take it over at the 25. Independence will, after avoiding some disaster there. Bulldogs, shotgun set, Collar, going to hand it off to Prawley in motion, working the far side, and now cuts it back to the middle of the field out near the 30, just shy of it. It'll go down at the 29-yard line. A little bit of what we saw, Brett, I know you weren't there for that game, the Anderson County game. Collar working out of the quarterback spot and putting Prawley into a more traditional running back spot. Probably a few plays.
Probably been being a running back for 2-3 years. Yeah, it's been an adjustment for him just to play quarterback this season.
Collar, man in motion, going to hand it off to Farley, up the middle with it, slices his way through that defense, going to go down about half a yard shy of the first down marker. It'll bring up third and short. As Independent so far getting some good blocking up front, as Farley had a nice hole between the tackles.
Labette doesn't give up points this season. They've posted 6 or 4 shutouts.
Yep. Back in the gun, low snap for Collar, hands it off to Prawley, gets hit in the backfield. He'll go down. Be a big loss on the play and going to bring up close, about a 4th and 4 for the Bulldog offense.
And I know you want to go and push, but you can't turn the ball over here. You need to punt in this situation.
See what the Bulldogs do decide to do. Although,
play clock still hasn't started.
Yeah, you're right. So Independent's going to have time to at least think about it, but Independent's going to line up as if they're going to go for it. 4th and 4. Man in motion, Collar in the quarterback spot. Going to fake the handoff, throws it, gets it out to Farley. It's caught. Got the first down and then some. Gets it out across the 40 near the 42. Old play calling there, Cotton.
Pass play goes for 10 yards on 4th and 4. Very bold play call by Coach Boldra, but it worked.
Converted is Independence. I guess, and again, I don't blame them. They're a little undergunned here in this one. Going up against this Lebec County team, so going to have to take some risks. Trip wideouts. Farley in motion, and flag comes flying in. Play goes dead is going to have a false start against the Bulldogs. That's definitely something Independence is going to have a lot of difficulty overcoming. Those types of penalties, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, and this is not an offense that's really built for big plays. And so when you dig a hole like this, it's much harder to get out of it.
So now 1st and 15. Independence at their own 38-yard line. Going to have to hurry as we're down to 10 seconds on the play clock, just now breaking huddle.
It's a Bill Snyder offense.
Back in the shotgun, man in motion. Takes the snap, bobbles it, hands it off, just swallowed up in the backfield with Crawley, and he'll lose significant yardage there. It's not been difficult for Lebec County to figure out what Independence is trying to do. Bulldogs now having a very difficult time trying to open up holes along that offensive line.
Independence had a player lose a helmet. Didn't see it. Saw the number, but number not listed on our programs.
Second and 19 for the Bulldogs. Shotgun set for Collar. 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs in the backfield. Man in motion. Going to fake the handoff, looks to throw, fires it. It's just down, actually, knocked down incomplete. The guy was a little behind the intended target. That was number 13, Zadrick Daniels. He was unable to reel that one in. Brings up 3rd and 19 for Independence.
There's not a lot of plays that call for 3rd and 19, Kane.
No, but Independence in this situation, regardless of how you want to look at it, just try to get what you can. Don't necessarily have to get all of it here on this play. Collar in the shotgun, 2 running backs. He'll drop back to throw, looks, fires it over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Chisholm on that play, and couldn't quite hook up with it there. It'll bring up 4th and 19 with 7:01 left in the first quarter. Lebec County up 8-0.
And if that were completed, would have gone for about 9-10 yards or so. Independence was looking to pick up about half of that. Now going to punt.
In the punt formation, Farley. He'll kick this one away, gets it, boots it, nice spiraling kick, and it'll take a good bounce. It'll be picked up on the run inside the 10-yard line. Working his way back to the other side now is Anderson, finding some room, getting a good block, now cutting back in, getting finally gang tackled over there by the Bulldogs. Avoided some disaster, bringing it out to the 20, but dangerous idea to try to pick up that off the bounce while moving back towards your own end zone.
Yeah, at that point,
let it go.
Just let it go. Yeah. It ended up being a very good punt, though, once it was picked up off the roll. Couldn't quite see exactly where it was picked up.
Yeah, we're in a tough position.
That was all of you, at least 60 yards.
Have a hard time seeing to our left where we're sitting. But Lebec County with the ball at their own 20-yard line. Dean in the shotgun takes the snap, dropping back to pass, under pressure, rolls up to his right, looking, fires it, and then just throws that one away. Should be intended, well, I guess he was outside the pocket. But the flag does come flying in late. Didn't have an intended receiver in the area, to my knowledge. But we'll have to see what the flag is.
That's what they called, Kane.
Was it intentional grounding? It is. I mean, there was nobody there.
But a quarterback can throw the ball away if he was outside the pocket 5 yards from the out-of-bounds line.
Does do its stuff to get it to the line of scrimmage, which he did as well.
Oh, yeah. That's just a bad call.
But nevertheless, it'd be 2nd and 15 after the penalty.
And a loss of down.
And lost it down with that. Independence trying to get set up defensively. Dean, quarterback keeper, going to run with it. Takes it out near the 25 before getting brought down.
Good fake by Dean. Kind of an option there, and fake the pitch to the outside. 2 Bulldog defenders fell for the fake, allowing Dean to pick up about 8 yards.
Yeah, it makes it a much more manageable 3rd and 7. Dean back in the gun. He'll take the snap, rolling. Going to be a quarterback keeper. Gets swallowed up, though, as the blocking wasn't there.
Who was that?
Can't quite catch the number.
That Cole Swearingen. And Blitzen through there, found a hole in the offensive line, and got to the feet of Easton Dean.
Loses a yard, brings up 4th and 8 as a result, and the punting unit coming out on the field for Labette County. Crawley back to field this one. Takes the snap. Gonna boot this one away. A little rugby-style kick. Not a good one, as this angles harshly and takes a Bulldog bounce, and falling on it near the 40-yard line. That's where Independence will take over the Labette 40 as
an 18-yard punt came.
There is a bit of a wind coming against or into the face of Labette County, judging by that flag over there. So not sure how much that played a factor into it, but obviously didn't help the matters. So it's a really great starting field position at, I guess, officially their own 41-yard line. Or, excuse me, not their own, the Labette County 41-yard line. To see what the Independence offense can do. Collar with it, quarterback, going to take the snap, hands it off, and nowhere to go with it on that one, as Farley just ran into a wall of defenders, losing yardage on that play.
And Labette has the bigger players. Independence, if they're going to win that battle at the line of scrimmage, it's going to come from just pure heart determination that they just want to push a little bit harder.
Yeah, they're going to have to find leverage, too. Find a way to get under them and try to move them out of the way, or at the very least, just not let the floodgates open up and defenders into the backfield. Back in the gun for Collar, and in motion. Going to hand it off to Prawley. Works to the outside. Flag comes flying in. That'll be a hold, and then gets brought down around the line of scrimmage. And Independence going to move backwards. Prawley just took a stutter step to the inside, then cut back to the outside. Probably did more harm than good, because that's when the holding flag came out.
He's just trying to find a hole somewhere out there.
Yeah. Made his blocker have to adjust a little bit, though, and ended up grabbing the jersey. So the Bulldogs moving in the wrong direction.
It's going to be a 2nd and
22.
Long.
Yeah, 22 on the board. We'll go with that. 4:30 left in the first quarter. Labette up 8-0. A little confusion on the offense for the Bulldogs. Probably figuring out where he needs to go. Shotgun set for Collar. Daniels in motion to the far side. Collar looking to throw. Drops back, fires it. Complete to Daniels out across midfield before he gets forced out of bounds. And going to make this a much more manageable 3rd down situation after that completion.
And he only got about 7 yards, so it's still going to be
3rd and long.
3rd and 16.
Any yardage going to help there in this situation, though, is could very well be 4-down territory for Independence. As you're on the Labette side of the field, albeit just barely. Independence taking way too long here. They break the huddle with 7 seconds left on the play clock, and Independence, they're going to have to take a timeout if they don't want the penalty, and that's exactly what they'll do. Is timeout called with 4:09 left in the first quarter. Labette up 8. We'll take 30 seconds. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Are you looking for a new option for your checking account? Look no further than Community National Bank and Trust. Our brand new Guardian Secure checking account helps protect you from identity theft, offers cell phone protection, shopping rewards, travel discounts, and can pay you CD-like rates if you qualify. All with your checking account. If your account isn't paying you, call or stop by Community National Bank and Trust today. Member FDIC.
Back here, Altamont, Kansas. 8-0 the score between the Independence Bulldogs and Labette County Grizzlies. Labette with the lead, 4:09 left in the first. Independence had to take a timeout as the play clock was winding down. Bulldogs have the football, 3rd and 16 at the Labette County 48-yard line. Bulldogs will break huddle. Twin wideouts to the near side, 2 running backs in the backfield with Collar. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls, gets hit as he throws up in the air. Prawley tries to bring it down, can't. Good adjustment by Prawley, but he couldn't get there as 2 defenders converged on him and made sure he wasn't able to catch that. It brings up 4th and 16.
Ethan Jamison and Rogan Bruce, the 2 defenders, able to break that one up. Just kind of a wobbling duck. His Collar was getting hit as he threw it, and at least able to get it away and give Prawley a chance.
Going to have to punt it. Farley gets those duties. Kind of went awkwardly off his foot, but not a bad punt, considering the distance, and goes out of bounds without a return, which also is pretty good, all things considered. To see where they spot this one, because we're at a bad angle. But about 21,
a 27-yard punt, no return.
Yeah, not bad.
I take that.
Looks like it'll actually be about the 21-yard line is where Labette County will take over. So Dean back to work out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap, drops back to pass, looking under pressure. They'll throw the middle screen way too high over the intended receiver's head. Incomplete.
Schicky came flying in there, just tried to jump over everybody and get a hand on the football.
A lot of hands for Labette County went up into the air as if they were wanting pass interference, but Schicky was just going through blockers, not the intended receiver. Indy bringing pressure, so Labette tried to counter with the screen. Back in the gun for Dean. Low snap, looks to throw the screen, fires it over. It's complete to the intended target. Jumping over, out across the 25, down to the 26. That was number 3, Cale Irwin. He'll pick up close to 5 on that reception. Brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And they've run that screen to Irwin now twice in this first quarter.
Well, Independence is bringing heat on every down, so they're not giving them a lot of time. Dean back in the gun, hands it off the left-hand side, gets tripped up, regains his balance, gets spun around, out across the first down marker, the 35 to the 37.
Got to give a lot of credit to Josh Prawley. He dove at the feet of Mayhew, didn't make the tackle, but tripped up Mayhew enough to let somebody else get there to make the tackle. If Prawley doesn't make that initial contact, that could have gone for 6.
Yeah, Mayhew got the first. Back in the gun, shotgun set. Nobody looked like they were ready for that. Dean under some pressure, gets brought down for the sack. Everybody, once that ball was snapped, acted like it didn't happen. Independence didn't really do anything. Nobody for Labette moved, but it was a live ball. And Labette County going to have to take a timeout after that huge sack. We'll take a 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Coming out of the timeout, 8-0. Grizzlies with the lead over the Independence Bulldogs. Timeout had to be taken. It's 2nd and 21 for Labette County after the big sack. Dean in the shotgun set. 2 running backs out there with them. Dean looking to throw the slant. He does. It's complete to the intended target. Breaks loose out of the tackle on that one. It's a foot race now for Tanner Russell. One that he'll win into the end zone for the touchdown. And it was just man-to-man coverage out on the outside. Ran the slant, completed the pass, and Russell just had basically one man to beat after that.
A 73-yard touchdown pass from Dean to Russell.
14-0 Grizzlies, 2:29 left in the first quarter. Conversion attempt coming up. Run the swinging gate, throws it out wide into the end zone for the conversion attempt. Irwin knocks his way through. 16-0. Labette County will take 60 seconds. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
I'm Kim Goodman, born and raised in Independence, Kansas. At Equity Bank, you'll find experience in what we do with lending decisions made right here. When you buy a home, I will work with you while also providing great rates. We're helping build equity right here in Southeast Kansas. Go to equitybank.com to apply or call me at 331-1660. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
State Farm Agent Kirk Wright, 1701 West Main in Independence, or call 620-331-1245.
2:28 left in the first quarter. It's 16-0. Labette County with the lead. Independence set to receive the kickoff. After the big touchdown pass from Dean to Russell. Grizzlies getting set up. This one will be booted away. Fielded at the 15-yard line for the Bulldogs by Prawley. Prawley works the right-hand side, finds a little crease out across the 30 before getting tackled, tripped up, and Independence will take over at the 32-yard line, their own 32-yard line. And the Independence offense, Brett, they've found some limited success, but they've been hampered by penalties as well as some negative plays from this Labette County defense.
Yeah, and they've had a couple of good plays through the air, a 10-yard pass and a 7-yard pass.
Yeah, when Collar's got time, he's been able to take some advantage of it. He's in there at quarterback, still takes the snap, hands it off to Farley. Farley runs right into the pile, gets pushed around a little bit, picking up close to 3 on that one. As Independence still dedicated to running the football, as they should be.
That's what Independence does, and it'll also chew more clock, but that's going to be a tough battle. And from what I've seen, like you said, if Collar has time, the passing game might work. It's just if he has that time.
Yeah, that's where it's going to be imperative. If you're going to move Collar out of the pocket even, especially around the edges on that offensive line, they're going to have to hold things down. Collar in the gun, takes the snap, hands it off to Prawley, cuts it up the middle, now tries to work back outside, gets a good block on the edge, but just gets swarmed on, losing yardage, and going to lose about a yard and a half. Prawley, great athlete, great football player, but one thing I've noticed here, Brett, on some of his carries, dancing back in the backfield a little bit. I understand that don't have a ton of room there, but if he even has a sliver of daylight, he has to hit that and hit that hard.
He's waiting to find that big hole, and you got to keep in mind, this is a young offensive line. In the last 2 years when he's been at running back, he's had that senior leadership that's just been providing those big holes for him.
3rd and 8, Collar going to run the option, now throws it, tosses it up there. It's going to fall incomplete, almost intercepted, but Irwin not able to reel that one in. As an interesting play design as Collar was rolling out.
Prawley right there with
him as if he could option to him. Kind of like it, but Collar decided to throw it, but not able to get it to anybody in particular.
But neither one of them looked comfortable around each other. It almost looked as if
probably a new play they've implemented.
Maybe Prawley was out of position, possibly.
Going to have to punt this one away. Farley does, gets it, nice boot, takes an Indy bounce, and then it'll get down to the 30-yard line. So Farley, punting game, doing what he needs to do.
Now a 36-yard punt.
Exchange no return position. Yeah, no return. That's probably more important than anything else. But right now that Independence defense is going to have to find a way to try to limit what Labette County can do here. They've done a pretty good job limiting that in the passing game, save for that touchdown pass. But that was the Grizzlies exploiting some one-on-one coverage on the outside.
Well, I expected Labette to come out and throw quite a bit tonight.
Dean will throw the screen again this time, gets it complete out to the outside edge, beats his defender, got the safety still to go, and Schicky tackles him out across the 40. As Independence not doing a good job of tackling really on the initial reception, as Farley just missed once he went in there. And
Easton Dean is now 5 of 6 passing with 150 yards. Tanner Russell, 2 receptions, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
And they're going into the wind. Whistle and a timeout taken by Labette County. We'll take 30 seconds with them. Labette County up by 16. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
When you have an emergency, you need a comprehensive healthcare facility that puts your mind at ease every step of the way. The emergency department at Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center offers patients fast access to vital healthcare services. Our quick response heart attack and stroke protocols ensure diagnostics begin rapidly. A state-of-the-art facility for state-of-the-art care. Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center, where we center around you.
You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9.
Coming out of the timeout, 16-0, Labette County with the lead over the Independence Bulldogs with 31.9 seconds left in the first quarter. Labette County with the football at the Independence 39-yard line. Shotgun set, man in motion from the far side, hands it off to the motion man coming near side. Gets good blocks out front, cuts it up the middle now. Anderson with it. Good juke move to the inside, out across the 20. Getting more blocking as he's working his way to the opposite side of the field. Now retreating, losing yardage. Independence trying to find a way to take him down, and then hits him finally out across the 25. Really a terrible decision on all fronts there by Anderson, as not only did you lose what yardage you got, well, he did get yardage, I should say, picked up the first, but didn't get the total yardage, but there's just penalty flags littering the field, and you know had it going against.
Independence has an injured player, and this could be ejection-worthy, Kane. It's a blind side block.
And that's also, of course, the other thing you run the risk of, and it's a personal foul against Labette County. As Brett mentioned, we do have an injured player on the field. Can't quite see who it is. Don't want to begin to speculate. So White Hat is talking with some of the coaches there for Labette County.
It appears Labette County's coaches are trying to argue that call.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a 60-second timeout for the entry. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort?
Lee's Cooling and Heating in Independence. Call 620-331-2310. 118 South 8th Street, Independence.
We are all faced with tough decisions when choosing a home away from home for our loved ones. Medical Lodges and Grand Villas of Independence offer a wide variety of services ranging from an assisted living community to skilled nursing or long-term care.
Whether you're seeking a place to make new friends or recover and go home, Medical Lodges and Grand Villas Independence.
Call me, Megan, at Medical Lodges, 331-8789.
Or call me, Amber, at Grand Villas, 331-2260. We serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9.
Coming out of the injury timeout, it was number 55 being helped off the field, being able to walk off the field again, albeit with some help. Don't have 55 on the roster. Probably be able to tell you who it is. Don't want to speculate, though, on that. But good being able to see, even with some help, being able to walked off the field. Penalty yardage is assessed, 1st and 10 still. Dean drops back to pass, looks to throw, got a man wide open. It's complete, and into the end zone for the touchdown. As on the reception there was number 28, Josiah Rexwinkle, from 40 yards out. It'll bring it to 22-0 with 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Labette County with the lead.
Yeah, and on the coverage there for Independence, Darian Elias, and he was kind of trying to play just a man coverage bump and run, and he made the initial hit, and Rexwinkle just kind of ran right by him. Dean just had to lob one up there. Elias, a freshman. Conversion attempt pending here. They'll throw it. It's complete. And the conversion is good. 24-0. Labette County with the lead. 6 seconds left in the first. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
What makes a good pharmacy? At the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, it's a genuine interest in you and your personal health care needs. They help with all your health questions and concerns and offer health screenings that help monitor your health, sponsor health events that keep you informed of the most important advancements. And of course, a good pharmacy also provides a full range of the products you need for good health, from the national brands to trusted Medicine Shop brands. So what makes a good pharmacy? It's the Medicine Shop Promise. Pride in knowing medicine and also you in order to meet your individual health needs accurately and completely. 400 North Penn in Independence.
Coming out of the timeout, or rather, coming after the scoring play, 24-0. Independence down here in this one against the Labette County Grizzlies. 6 seconds left in the first. Bulldogs set to receive the kickoff. As Independence had some moments offensively where they've been able to move the ball not only on the ground but through the air, but they've hampered themselves with penalties in the early part of this game.
And on the defensive side, Labette County just taking advantage of the fact that they're playing that man-on-man defense and trying to just take quick little bouts, quick passes to get a man open.
Little squib kick. Fielded in out about the 27-yard line by the Bulldogs. That's where Independence going to take over. It's just smartly trying to get that one down. Four and a half seconds left in the first quarter. So Independence is going to get one more play before having to switch sides. Bulldogs break huddle. Collar in the shotgun. Two twin wide outs to the far side. Slot man in motion. That's Daniels to the near side. Fakes the handoff. Collar looking to throw. Looking. Gets hit around the 20-yard line. He'll go down there after the sack and a loss of 7 on that play. That'll end the first quarter. 24-0. Labette County with the lead. We'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Yep, you're gonna look good in this house. Are we ready to make an offer?
Well, we really love this house.
Yes, we really love this house, but $120,000 is as high as we can go on this house.
You're kidding me, right? I see what kind of car you're driving. You got lots of money. You can do better than that. Sheesh!
Tired of being hounded? Then visit us at Midwest Real Estate. Your home, our commitment. Online at MidwestKS.com.
Brian Klein again with Quality Toyota and Quality Motors. We hope you're enjoying the game. You know, I've been here for 8 years now, and I have never had this many pre-owned Tacomas. You know the legendary dependability and reliability of the Tacoma? And now is your chance to save thousands off new prices. All of these are local trades. You can call or stop by either side of the street, and we'll show you why your neighbor trades with Quality Automotive Group. Hey, go Bulldogs, get that win.
Starting of the second quarter, 24-0. Labette County with the lead. Independence has the football, however. Back at their own 21-yard line, it's 2nd and 16. After the sack, handoff going to go to Prawley. Gets spun around in the backfield and then tackled. He'll lose yardage on that run. It'll bring up 3rd and long.
And Labette County bringing a lot of pressure up the middle, kind of like a middle school defense.
3rd and 17 officially. .11:30 left in the second quarter. Shotgun set for Collar. 2 running backs in the backfield. 2 wide receivers now to the near side. Collar looking to throw. Scrambles out of the pocket. Gets tripped up. Now throws it. It's picked off. Labette County coming up with it. Ill-advised throw to the opposite side of the field, and it'll be Grizzly football. Well, it's something you learn with experience.
I know. I get what he saw. But when you just kind of lob one up there to your guy, the defense, so much time to get to that pass, as they did that time. And now a very short field for Labette County.
It's one of those things. Collar will learn. It's going to be a learning experience, that's for sure. So Dean back out there for the Grizzlies. Shotgun set. Going to hand it off. Mayhew with it. Fighting his way through tacklers, and he'll be brought down after a gain of a few there on that one.
Just getting about, 3?
Yeah, 3 officially. Long 3, I guess. Again, kind of hard to tell. Just want to remind our viewers we're at a tough angle when it's on a certain side of the field.
Mayhew, the starting back, was only his 3rd carry for 11 yards.
Well, I noticed Mayhew, before they came out there offensively, kind of running lightly down the sideline. I don't know whether he's trying to work out maybe a cramp or something, but
that combined with the fact that Labette just likes to throw.
True.
Dean, not many teams have a quarterback that's 6'7".
Yeah. Dean back in the shotgun set, looking to throw, fires it into the corner of the end zone. It'll fall incomplete.
I
think. Best I can tell. Yep, it does. So it'll bring up 3rd and 7 now as they try to throw the fade to the far left corner of the end zone. Now 3rd and 7. Dean in the shotgun. Takes the handoff, throws it to his tight end over the middle into the end zone. Touchdown as Independence got caught unprepared on that one, and from 14 yards out, another touchdown pass for Easton Dean. It makes it 30-0. Labette County with 10:39 left in the second quarter.
Easton Dean's having a pretty good half. Now makes him 7 of 9, 204 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Not a bad quarterback rating, that's for sure.
Decent.
Conversion attempt pending here. Going to run the option. Pitches it to his back and gets swallowed up in the backfield. As that time the conversion attempt fails, so it'll still be 30-0 with 10:39 left in the second quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Should you fix up the old clunker or buy a new car? That's the question. Now, here's the answer. The Car Shop at Independence can help you keep your car around for a long time. Most cars can safely reach 200,000 miles. The important thing is never skip on maintenance. Regular oil changes, tire rotations, and transmission tune-ups, even when it seems to be running fine. The Car Shop, 3201 West Main, Independence, 331-3553.
30-0. Labette County with the lead here in this one. 10:39 left in the second quarter. Do want to mention this game also live streaming there on YouTube, Indy 102.9 YouTube page, as well as the Indy 102.9 Facebook page.
Check it out. I did a few weeks ago.
You did on that Anderson County game, that one you weren't able to come to.
Sounded pretty good, except for Kane, but
yeah, other than that, everything sounded pretty good. Certainly was a fun game to call as far as the points Independence was scoring there in that one. Kickoff will be fielded by Daniels for the Bulldogs. Gets tripped up as he goes through a bevy of defenders and finally goes down at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over.
Yep. I'll talk a little trash on Kane up here in the booth sometimes, but I'll never do to Kane what Jim Nance did to Tony Romo last night.
I don't want to hear that.
That Cam Newton dove him to the end zone and landed on his back. And Romo said, "I'll never understand why players do that." Jim Nance said, "Yeah, you're the guy that would know with your back issue."
Oh, I missed that. Man. Bulldogs, first down, handoff, going to go right up the middle with it and just swallowed up pretty quickly as defenders converge so fast, and just nowhere to go for Farley.
It looks like Farley was
second and 10.
5 or 6 out of that.
But that hole closed.
But being no gain. Labette defense, very quick, and they've got size.
Bulldogs out of the huddle. Down to 7 seconds left on the play clock. Gonna have to hurry here. Collar in the shotgun set. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Caught in the backfield and not able to do much there was Prawley as the whistle stops it. The play as his forward progress was stopped very quickly.
Well, Josh Prawley, the natural running back, making the switch to quarterback this year, and
not having a good game tonight, I can tell.
Playing running back tonight, trying to just make some changes in the offense.
Well, if anything, they're keying in on Prawley.
He's now got 6 carries for a total of -9 yards.
Yeah, that's, like I said, anytime he's even close to touching the ball, that defense has converged on him, that's for sure. Independent's going to let the play clock wind down before taking a timeout with 9:05 left in the second quarter. We'll take a 60-second timeout with them. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
No matter which team you're rooting for, we've got you covered. Community National Bank and Trust offers your favorite school mascot on our debit cards. And what's even better, for every card issued, we'll donate $3 directly to your school. It's just another way Community National Bank and Trust supports our community. Come get your mascot card at any of our 29 locations today. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Coming out of the timeout, still 30-0. Labette County with the lead. 9:05 left in the second quarter. Independence with the football, 3rd and 15. Collar at the shotgun set. Daniel's going to go in motion to the far side of the field. Takes the snap, looking, throws the screen out wide. It'll be hauled in. Not much blocking there on the outside, though. That play's going to go nowhere, as it's starting to turn into that kind of night for the Bulldogs, unfortunately. Is give a lot of credit to Labette County. They're reacting very well to just about everything Independence wants to do on the offensive end.
That was Charter on the reception, and he just was unable to get anything at all.
Bulldogs are going to have to punt this time into a moderate wind in their face. Almost gets blocked. Farley gets this one punted away. However, great punt. Takes a nice independent bounce. And it'll be down at about the 34-yard line of Labette County.
42-yard punt game, but into the wind.
I'll let Brett do the math, and I'll also go on this little rant as they're exchanging possessions. I've always found it borderline criminal, Brett, that they don't count the yardage the punter kicks the ball from, like they do with the kicker.
But they do on the field goal.
Yeah. So that gives you, what, another 8 yards, roughly?
Oh, at least.
So it back in the gun for Labette County. Dean will hand it off. Mayhew right up the gut with it. Gets spun around, still on his feet, keeping those feet churning. Now breaks it to the outside and gets hit out of bounds as that run mercifully will end for the Bulldogs. Is
27-yard gain.
Mayhew doing what you need to do as a running back, always keeping those legs churning. And at no point did his legs stop. So when he got flung around, he just kept going. Didn't really miss a beat. 1st and 10, pistol gun formation now for Dean. Hands it off to Mayhew. Up the middle again, gets pulled down from behind. Is getting in there on that one was number 51, Dakota Thornton.
And here quickly is Mayhew with on 3 carries for 11 yards. Now looking much more productive with those 5 carries for 46 yards.
Back in the pistol, they'll give it off to him again. Get grabbed in the backfield and pulled down. Team effort there on that one as Trey Smith got in there as well as Cole Swearingen, dropping for a loss. Went from 2nd and 3 to about 3rd and 4. Now into the shotgun for Dean. Mayhew to the left of, hands it off to Mayhew. Independence reacting well on that one, stopping him short of the first down mark. It'll bring up 4th down. 4 down territory, however, unless I suppose Labette County wants to elect for a field goal. They do have the wind at their back, but they're going to say, no, we're going to go for it.
I'm surprised.
4th and 2.
Dean threw for 190 yards against the wind. Now if they have the wind, they've run the ball 5 straight plays.
Yeah, got to feed Mayhew a little bit because they really didn't utilize him much there. And I know they've thrown the ball deep, really about one play, but a lot of what Labette County does when they throw the ball, it's a lot of short, quick passes for the most part. There's the screen again, fires it out there, it's complete, gets some good blocking, down the sideline with it, slips a little bit, gets another good block, now working his way back down the sideline once again. It was number 15, Tanner Russell, and Russell got forced out of bounds, I believe. Yep, just short of the goal line. Again, kind of hard to see from our vantage point, but they will mark him inside the 5-yard line.
We'll mark him out at about 3-yard line.
Back in the shotgun for Dean, hands it off to Mayhew, gets hit, spun around, dropped at the 1. It'll bring up 2nd and goal for the 1 yard from the 1-yard line for the Grizzlies. 5:50 left in the second quarter. Labette County up 30-0.
Independent defense doing a good job. You didn't even know they just ran a play.
I can't even see.
That was so fast.
I just can't even see the play. Run for no gain there on that one.
3rd and goal now from about the 2.
Yeah, now Dean back in the shotgun. Hands it back off to Mayhew, and Mayhew sprints his way in the end zone for the touchdown from 2 yards out. That'll make this 36-0. Labette County with the lead, 5:21 left in the second quarter. As it's been all Grizzlies here in the first half. Back in the shotgun. Russell with it, fires it over the middle. It's complete. Conversion attempt is successful as he threw it to Dean. It'll make it 38-0. We'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Who doesn't love being number 1? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
State Farm Agent Kirk Wright, 1701 West Main in Independence, or call 620-331-1245.
When you have an emergency, you need a comprehensive healthcare facility that puts your mind at ease every step of the way. The emergency department at Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center offers patients fast access to vital healthcare services. Our quick response heart attack and stroke protocols ensure diagnostics begin rapidly. A state-of-the-art facility for state-of-the-art care. Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center, where we center around you.
You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9.
38-0 the score here in this one. Labette County with the lead, 5:21 left in the second quarter. Grizzlies getting set to kick this one back off to the Bulldogs. Kick is away. It'll be fielded by Prawley at the 10-yard line. Prawley takes it up out near the 25 before getting forced back. Have to see where his forward progress starts. Looks like stops. Look like about the 27-yard line. That's where Independence will take over with 5:14 left In the second quarter, not really a ton of great things to talk about for this Independence team, but I thought overall they started this game decently well offensively and defensively against Labette County, kind of holding Labette County to what they wanted to do early on.
But Labette has 38 points. They've also punted twice now.
Yeah.
And it's not as if every time Labette's got the ball, they're just driving down the field.
Just Independence offensively having a lot of time getting out of their own way, and then more illustrative of that there is that's a little bit of a miscommunication. Is what ended up happening is Daniels went in motion and then broke going down the field. Also, who was that running back there? Farley decided to go to the left-hand side, but the ball was never snapped.
I've noticed a few times when Daniel goes in motion, he's borderline going forward to snap.
But you'll see, I noticed that a lot too when I watch football. They'll be going towards the line of scrimmage, at least at an angle, and they decidedly won't call anything.
That time he was 8 yards. It was the defensive back.
Yeah, that's true. Daniels in motion again, hands it off to Farley. Farley really nowhere to go with it. Excuse me, that's Prawley. As Prawley gets eaten up in the backfield again, and first and 15 turns into second at 16.
And they run that guy in motion through every play, and they yet to give it to the motion.
Well, it's a different offense we're seeing from Independence here tonight as well. As kind of wanted to shake things up a little bit. They've not only running that man in motion like Brett said, but Prawley's yet to take a snap from the quarterback spot, operating either out of a slot man spot or in the backfield as a traditional running back. Collar fakes the handoff immediately under pressure, rolls out, gets eaten alive, and sacked at the 20-yard line. It'll bring up third and very long for the Bulldogs.
Loss of 8 for Collar.
.405 left in the second quarter.
Board shows 3rd and 16. Board's wrong.
Maybe 3rd and 26. Independence in a pretty big hole here on this drive. Collar in the gun. Motion man to the far side, going to hand it off. Prawley with it, hit, spun around, then dropped after picking up a moderate amount of yardage. Going to be a far cry short of the first down.
And Prawley with a 6-yard gain. Those 6 yards will now give him -4 for the game on 8 carries.
Going to officially be 4th and 20 from their own 18-yard line. Bulldogs letting the clock tick down. Looks like they're going to take another timeout and talk about it. That's exactly what they do. Timeout with 3:03 left before halftime. We'll take 60 seconds with them. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort?
Lee's Cooling and Heating in Independence. Call 620-331-2310. 118 South 8th Street, Independence.
We are all faced with tough decisions when choosing a home away from home for our loved ones. Medical Lodges and Grand Villas of Independence offer a wide variety of services ranging from an assisted living community to skilled nursing or long-term care.
Whether you're seeking a place to make new friends or recover and go home, Medical Lodges and Grand Villas Independence.
Call me, Megan, at Medical Lodges, 331-8789.
Or call me, Amber, at Grand Villas, 331-2260. We serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9.
Here on 4th down, Independence going to elect to punt the ball away at their own 18-yard line. Farley gets the kickoff. It's a low liner, takes an Independence bounce, and going to be down at the 50-yard line. So that's where Labette County will take over. begin their next drive with 2:54 left before we hit halftime. More than enough time for the Grizzlies, and it's a 38-0 score, Brett. But right now, if you're the Independence defense, got to look for a minor victory, and that stopped the Grizzlies from putting more points up on the board. Dean back with it, fakes the pitch, quarterback keeper out across the 45 before getting slung down. As getting in there on that one was Ryan Bruce and Wilson. The volleyball? Yeah, Wilson. Hurry-up mode for Labette County. Dean looks to the sideline, getting the play call. Trip wide outs to the near side, one wide receiver to the far side. In the gun. Dean takes the snap. Going to fake the handoff, looks to throw. Man wide open. It's complete into the end zone for the touchdown. The reception there was Cale Irwin. It was play action out of the shotgun, and the play action froze the Independence secondary as they let the receiver go free. 44-0. Grizzlies with the lead. 2:14 left in the second quarter.
Dean now with 4 passing touchdowns, and all 4 of them have been to a different receiver.
Labette County going to line up for a traditional PAT. Kick is up, and it is good. So 45-0, 2:14 left in the second quarter. Labette County with the lead. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
What makes a good pharmacy? At the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, it's a genuine interest in you and your personal health care needs. They help with all your health questions and concerns and offer health screenings that help monitor your health, sponsor health events that keep you informed of the most important advancements. And of course, a good pharmacy also provides a full range of the products you need for good health, from the national brands to trusted Medicine Shop brands. So what makes a good pharmacy? It's the Medicine Shop Promise. Pride in knowing medicine and also you in order to meet your individual health needs accurately and completely. 400 North Penn in Independence.
You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9.
Getting ready for the kickoff. 2:14 left in the second quarter. It's 45-0. Labette County with the lead. Bulldogs set to receive the kickoff. A little bit of time left before we hit halftime, and another opportunity for the Independence offense to try to put the points up on the board. Grizzlies out there, ready to cover the kick. It will be number 10, Tate Phillips, set to kick this one off for the Grizzlies. They'll boot this one away. It'll go into the end zone for the touchback. It dived about half a yard into the end zone. The way the night's going, wouldn't have been surprised to have that one dive at the half-yard line and forced Independence to have to pick it up. So really a couple different ways the Bulldogs can play this one, try to work their way to get into the locker room at halftime. But they are out of timeouts as they burned through them all here earlier in this game. Shotgun set for Collar, hands it off, Farley with it, up the middle. He'll pick up a few yards on that carry before being brought down. Clock still rolling. Down under 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Independence in no real hurry. Back in the shotgun for Collar. Man in motion, low snap between his legs, ball still loose. It looks like Labette County fell on it. We'll have to see officially what it is, and it is Labette County football. So really the worst case scenario.
Not exactly what Independence was looking for.
Nope. That low snap was very tough for Collar to handle, went through his legs, and then just unable to regain possession of the football before Labette County got back there. It's going to give the Grizzlies another chance to push this over 50 before we hit halftime. 1:32 left in the second quarter. Dean in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, hands it off. Mayhew with it into the end zone, touchdown. And just like that, 51-0, 1:28 left in the second quarter. As Labette County starting to pour it on here at this point. Do want to mention Quality Wrecker Service for 24-hour roadside service. Call 620-331-2454, one of our many fine sponsors for Bulldog football. The AT point is up and good, 52-0. Independence down here in this one. 1:28 left in the second quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog football right here on Indy 102.9.
Yep, you're gonna look good in this house. Are we ready to make an offer?
Well, we really love this house.
Yes, we really love this house, but 120,000 is as high as we can go on this house.
You're kidding me, right? I see what kind of car you're driving. You got lots of money. You can do better than that. Sheesh!
Tired of being hounded? Then visit us at Midwest Real Estate. Your home, our commitment. Online at MidwestKS.com.
1:28 left in the second quarter, 52-0. Labette County with the lead. As we're just trying to mercifully get to halftime at this point. Grizzlies set to kick this one away. Phillips.
Keep in mind, like I said in pregame, Labette County this year is what Independence was last year.
Yeah.
They've got all these guys that are seniors now. They've been playing together for 3-4 years. This was their time.
Kickoff going to be returned by Independence out to near the 23-yard line. Flag does come flying in, though. Yeah, Brett, like you say, definitely kind of a role reversal, so to speak. In Independence, very young team, and also Independence trying out a few different things offensively, a few different wrinkles on the offensive side. We've seen some flashes of success from it, but just not enough consistently. Again, a lot of that who you're playing against is Labette County does not give up many points or much yardage. So the personal foul going against Labette County, so Independence going to get improved field position. Caller in the quarterback spot, take the snap, hands it off to Prawley. Prawley picking and choosing his way behind the offensive line before getting hit and taken down after a loss on that carry.
Okay, in the other game in the district, Coffeyville and Chanute facing off up in Chanute. Coffeyville leads that one 20-6 as of about 10 minutes ago. Figure they're probably getting close to halftime there.
Yeah, I kind of thought that'd be a tight game. I mean, it's not exactly a large.
Let me take that back. Chanute leads 20-6.
Okay, well, that makes more sense in my brain, at least. Independence throwing the screen. Collar gets it out there to Charter. Gets spun around, or excuse me, Chisholm gets spun around and dropped to the turf, though, after a loss on that play.
They lost just about 1, maybe 2.
Yeah. Independence does not have to run a play if they don't want to. More than enough time difference, play clock, and the game clock. But Independence will go to the line with 3rd and 14. Shotgun set for Collar. Takes the snap, man in motion, hands it off to Daniels. Daniels getting some good blocking around the edge before being forced out of bounds. Minimal gain, if that, on that play, but that'll bring us to halftime. 52-0. Labette County with the lead over the Independence Bulldogs here at the half. We're going to send it back to the studio, I'll say, for 3 minutes. And then when we come back, we will have our Newkirk, Dennis, and Buckles halftime show. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
You hear every day about what makes an auto repair shop different than the others. AAA, ASA, ASE? What's all this alphabet soup mean? Well, AAA and ASA memberships include on-site monthly inspections, higher standards, and ongoing technician certifications. You can rest assured that having technicians whom are members of the Automotive Service Excellence, or ASE, your vehicle is being repaired right the first time. Call the Car Shop for those great mechanics you've been looking for. 331-3553, The Car Shop in Independence.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort?
Lee's Cooling and Heating in Independence. Call 620-331-2310. 118 South 8th Street, Independence.
When you have an emergency, you need a comprehensive healthcare facility that puts your mind at ease every step of the way. The emergency department at Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center offers patients fast access to vital healthcare services. Our quick response heart attack and stroke protocols ensure diagnostics begin rapidly. A state-of-the-art facility for state-of-the-art care. Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center, where we center around you.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Are you looking for a new option for your checking account? Look no further than Community National Bank and Trust. Our brand new Guardian Secure checking account helps protect you from identity theft, offers cell phone protection, shopping rewards, travel discounts, and can pay you CD-like rates if you qualify, all with your checking account. If your account isn't paying you, call or stop by Community National Bank and Trust today. Member FDIC.
The name Newkirk Dennis & Buckles is synonymous with hometown insurance, always having your best interests at heart with the ability to design the product to fit your specific needs. Having the right insurance for your family, home, or business is important. Depend on Newkirk Dennis & Buckles. They have been actively serving the community for over 100 years as insurance experts. When you think insurance, think Newkirk Dennis & Buckles, with locations in Independence, Neodesha, Coffeyville, Fredonia, and Caney.
Here at halftime, it's our Newkirk Dennis & Buckles halftime show. I'm Kane Carpenter, along with me, Brett Shields, 52-0. Here at the half is Independence finds themselves trailing in this one, and it's been a game where Independence has tried some different things. On the offensive side, Brett, Collar in at quarterback. I think he's done a pretty good job. Sophomore out there, making his first start of the night. Probably they've moved to a more traditional running back role. They've used motion from the receiver spot, either to the left or the right-hand side. Haven't really seen him hand off to the motion man too much here in this game, but just some different wrinkles for this Independence offense. Hasn't been overtly successful as they're going up against a very tough Labette County defense, but I think I've liked what I've seen from this Independence offense here tonight, all things considered.
Yeah, I think overall they have negative yards.
But, and again, I know what I'm saying sounds crazy, but
you have
take things into consideration.
It's a complete new offense from what I've seen. I've yet to see them run, I think, a single play that we would normally see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me take that back. It's a similar offense with motion now.
Yeah.
We've yet to see this team really run anybody in motion all season. And Labette, just a sound football team came and just not falling for any of those little tricks right now. And that's kind of what this offense does. You move guys around and hope somebody kind of gets out of position and somebody doesn't do their assignment and the hole opens up. At this point, Labette has yet to do that, and that's where Independence is struggling.
Yeah, and defensively for the Bulldogs, they showed some good promise early on in this game. They forced Labette County into a punting situation twice here tonight. They were getting good pressure on Dean from time to time. They forced a couple sacks as well. But overall, they've had difficulty handling the balance from this Labette County team, especially once Labette County found their stride, not only running the football but throwing the football. And it's a Labette County team that hasn't. They've taken a couple shots deep down the field. It's really been to some wide-open players when Independence has got caught biting on the play-action fake, but it's a Labette County team that uses those intermediate routes to their advantage. They use those screens on the outside to their advantage. Labette County has been good and good blocking when they've thrown those screens for the most part. So it's been a very effective Labette County offense against this Independence defense. Haven't really seen this Bulldog defense. They haven't been playing bad. They've gotten beat on a couple plays. They've gotten fooled on a few different plays, which, of course, you don't want to see. But overall, it's an Independence team out there trying to hit the other team in the mouth, which I talked to Coach Bolger earlier on in this week, and he told me after that El Dorado game, he said, after watching the film, I don't think we played as bad as I thought we did when I was out there on the sideline during the game. Watching the film, we played better than I thought. The only thing I really kind of want to get across to these guys, and I've been trying to do over the course of this season, is they really just need to go out there and hit somebody. There's still a little hesitation from them, be it on the offensive line, the defensive line, or whatever the case may be, of just going out there and smacking that guy that's across from you in the mouth. And I kind of agree with that. Seeing that a little bit from some of these players, just not having that mentality yet, because they're very young, of going out there and really just sticking to it, to the guy that's sitting there across from you. We've seen some flashes of it. Got to see it from a more consistent basis from this Independence team, that fighter mentality, especially when they're put in these types of situations. But young team, Brett, and it's going to come eventually. Just kind of got caught with losing a bunch of players from last year. It put you into a bit of a bind.
Yeah, we've heard Coach Bolger say, this team, you're into districts now. It's time to grow up. And that's something he said to you post-game. And yes, but also that's probably going to be something that happens in the off season and getting older. And it takes more than just 9 weeks, if that makes sense.
Or 6, essentially, as you're going into districts.
Yeah, it's tough when you're this young, and you're especially in a game like this. I can't say it enough. Labette is what Independence was. Labette's got a little bit better passing game. But other than that, as far as the senior leadership, the team has gelled together for so many years, and they're putting it all together. That's what Independence was last year. But when you have that, and then all those kids graduate, the next year is really tough.
Oh, yeah, it's so difficult to replace 19 starters from both the offense and the defensive side of the football.
Unless you're Kentucky basketball.
Well, yeah. They do it every year. Yeah, 19 starters every year, oddly enough, on that. But, yeah, it does. It makes it so difficult to have to replace that a little bit on there. Like Brett says, unless you've got that kind of pipeline, but it's very difficult to do something like that in, high school football. You kind of have to roll with what you have. And Independence got some talented players, no doubt about it. It's just going to take experience, game experience. And playing from JV to varsity, it's really two different worlds right there. I know a lot of these players probably got some JV experience last year, or even freshman football game experience last year, but it's completely different playing on the varsity side of things, and that's where you really have to get the experience, which kind of counts a little bit. Talking about nothing that has anything to do with anything, but you talking about Kentucky basketball just kind of reminded me of it a little bit with North Carolina basketball. Out of North Carolina, probably the best comment about it that I saw was the NCAA is going to be so mad at North Carolina for what they did, they're going to give Louisville the death penalty. So, hey, can't go after the blue bloods.
I did see that the University of North, if you don't know what we're talking about, North Carolina had some...
We got a long halftime. We can talk
academic issues to where...
Fake classes.
Yeah, players were going to fake classes and were turning in one paper at the end of the year, getting A's on it, and their GPAs were going up. And there's proof. I saw that North Carolina spent $18 million in legal fees. And you know what they came down with? Nothing. They did absolutely nothing wrong. That was the final verdict. Now, there is proof, black and white, that they clearly did stuff wrong.
Now, to play devil's advocate, I agree. Now, that's just me. I'm not a North Carolina fan by any stretch of the imagination.
You know what they did right? They're not sponsored by Adidas.
Yeah, that's true. Well, hey, and they also made that class open to non-athletes, which apparently is okay. If you make it open to non-athletes, even Steven. But to play devil's advocate a little bit, since we do have this long halftime, we can talk about this. They did suffer penalties on the academic side of it. They were near to lose their accreditation academically, which would have been not only a blow to sports programs, but just to the institution of the University of North Carolina. So they went through that process, and the argument was that technically they did nothing wrong, that under the purview of the NCAA, which is true as well. Now, that's not stopped the NCAA in the past from making judgments. From what I remember, Derrick Rose was never found of any wrongdoing, but they still stripped Memphis of that season, all their wins, and vacated their national title game appearance there on that one against KU. So that was interesting.
That was a boring game. I remember.
Yeah, that one wasn't very fun to watch.
Speaking of KU, and I'm not trying to say they did anything wrong, because as of right now, there's nothing. Speaking of the Adidas scandal, the FBI said that there's something with KU, but they're not going to release it. And I'm not saying there is or isn't, but I'm saying in the last couple of years, some of the players that have been one-and-done guys at KU, Ben McLemore, Xavier Henry, Andrew Wiggins, Joel Embiid, those guys all have shoe deals in the NBA now with Adidas. I'm just wildly speculating. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that they got those deals before they went to KU and that it impacted.
Hey, as long as we're wildly speculating, I'll do the same. Man, I seem to recall, did OU lose some sort of famous coach inexplicably before the season started? Did perhaps he feel like the hammer was coming down a little bit? I don't know. Just putting things out there, a little bit. But it was odd when he just stepped down, 2 months before the season started, if that even.
I don't think it was even that.
Yeah. Just kind of throwing that out there. But hey, OU, that's the world we live in.
OU's the power of the Big 12. I mean, it doesn't matter who comes to town, whether it's
true.
K-State, Iowa State.
Ooh, I don't know about that. That's their nemesis now. But to kind of tie it back, it's kind of the world we live in a little bit, where you have to be real careful. You talk about high school athletes transitioning into the world of college. You're going to have players across the state of Kansas, of course, going into that realm, and you got to be careful with what you do, because you really don't want to get caught up into things that are beyond your control that may seem like a real great idea at the time, but could kind of ruin your athletic future, I guess I could say, if you start doing some things that maybe fall outside of the view of what's acceptable in the eyes of the NCAA, or you just go to North Carolina. It doesn't really matter. We're going to go ahead and send it back to the studio for 60 seconds. We're here at halftime. We'll send it back to the studio for 60 seconds. When we come back, we'll have a little bit more of our new Kirk Dennis and Buckles halftime show. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
The name Newkirk Dennis & Buckles is synonymous with hometown insurance. Always having your best interests at heart with the ability to design the product to fit your specific needs. Having the right insurance for your family, home, or business is important. Depend on Newkirk Dennis & Buckles. They have been actively serving the community for over 100 years as insurance experts. When you think insurance, think Newkirk Dennis & Buckles with locations in Independence, Neodesha, Coffeyville, Fredonia, and Caney.
Brian Klein again with Quality Toyota and Quality Motors. We hope you're enjoying the game. You know, I've been here for 8 years now, and I have never had this many pre-owned Tacomas. You know, the legendary dependability and reliability of the Tacoma? And now is your chance to save thousands off new prices. All of these are local trades. You can call or stop by either side of the street, and we'll show you why your neighbor trades with Quality Automotive Group. Hey, go Bulldogs, get that win.
Back here at halftime, 52-0, Labette County with the lead over the Independence Bulldogs here in this one. Still at halftime, extended halftime. We seem to run into a lot of those when we're on the road.
Apparently Independence is the only school that has normal length.
Brett, you got any other scores? I know you had, of course, the other district game that in the Independence district, I should say. With,
I've got all kinds of random scores for you.
Well, you already gave us the updated Coffeyville one, I guess.
Last time I saw it was 27-6 Chanute over Coffeyville at halftime. Also, just not SEK League, but just Southeast Kansas area schools like Caney up over Eureka, 48-0 at halftime. Burlington beating Iola 22-14 at halftime. What else we got here? Humboldt leading 30-0. Who they're playing? Galena all over Cherryville. Galena tough, man.
Yeah. Didn't they knock off Columbus
on that one? Galena up 20-0. That was the end of the first quarter, however. Last I saw, Neodesha and Fredonia, big Wilson County rivalry there. It was 7-7 at halftime.
I do want to apologize to our board op, Travis. I didn't realize he was a Sooner fan, so he got sent a little something on that about him being a Sooner fan. So we were just wildly speculating, Travis. So just that. We know. Although that was probably a little bit of a low blow on the Iowa State thing, wasn't it, there, Brett? So, nah. It was Big 12 relevant, I guess. You're a K-State fan, so.
Yeah, just plant the flag, or?
That's true. And I'm a Texas fan, so.
Hey, you guys got a big rivalry coming up tomorrow.
Well, we'll see how big it is when Texas gets rolled in that game, so.
Hey, okay, we got, they still have.
Yeah, I put another 3 minutes out.
You can probably relate as far as OU Texas tomorrow as a Texas fan. You're getting OU, who's probably a little ticked off.
Probably, yeah.
Me as a Chiefs fan, hey, Chiefs, great start. Only undefeated team in the NFL. Everybody else, especially Raiders and Broncos, come at me, boy. But anyway, we'll play Pittsburgh on Sunday. Pittsburgh's coming off a bad loss.
Oh, yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger, arguably the worst game of his career.
Yeah, because I drafted him in our fantasy league, so that's why that happened.
Some people have come to me, a lot of people know that I'm a diehard Chiefs fan. I go to all the games, season ticket holder. They're like, man, Steelers are playing bad. How bad do you think it's going to be? And I'm like, yeah, Ben does this every year.
Yeah, but Ben's
going to throw for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Here's the thing, though. I've always heard about how bad he is on the road, and never really thought much about it until I took him in fantasy. He is terrible on the road. He's terrible. So, I don't know.
Speaking of fantasy, my season's over.
Yeah,
I drafted Odell Beckham in the first
round. That's too bad. Yeah, on that one a little bit. But
hey, then my quarterback's Eli, and he doesn't have any receivers to throw to.
Hey, how happy are you guys that, since you're a Chiefs fan, that Elliott gets suspended and he'll miss that game against the Chiefs more than likely, assuming it's held up again.
They were 2-3 with him.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like they're going to get better. That can only help, Brett.
I'm still not sold on Ezekiel Elliott. That line is so good.
I agree, but I've also kind of made that argument a little bit about, you'll probably disagree with me with a number of Chiefs running backs. They've always, I'm not to detract from them, but I feel like it's not exactly a 100% running back type of thing. There's always been some pretty dominant Chiefs, especially now with Kareem Hunt. I mean, I kind of wonder how good he would be. Pluck him down there with
Eric Fisher, our left tackle, hasn't been practicing because he's got a bum ankle. Our starting center is out. Our starting right guard, who Pro Football Focus has graded as the #1 guard in football, is out. And yet he's still putting up 100-yard games. Well, don't give me that. Again, why don't you and James go get some legs?
I've always felt that way. Sort of like with Denver. Denver was always just able to plug in any old running back and run for 1,000 yards.
When Shanahan was there, he was plugging in the fullback and getting
exactly. It's always kind of funny how that works out. Well, we might start the third quarter once halftime winds down. So I guess right now we'll go ahead and take a 30-second timeout, send her back to the studio. When we come back, hopefully the third quarter, you're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
The name Newkirk Denison Buckles is synonymous with hometown insurance. Always having your best interests at heart with the ability to design the product to fit your specific needs. Having the right insurance for your family, home, or business is important. Depend on Newkirk Denison Buckles. They have been actively serving the community for over 100 years as insurance experts. When you think insurance, think Newkirk Denison Buckles with locations in Independence, Neodesha, Coffeyville, Fredonia, and Caney.
You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9.
Getting closer to start the third quarter. 52-0 the score.
Turn that mic up a little too loud, Shane.
No, I had our headset volume up way too much. That's why. There. It just sounded loud to us. The Bulldogs will set to receive the kickoff. Of course, do want to thank all of our sponsors. Without them, none of this would be possible. We hope you thank them, too. Do want to mention Travis again, our board op. Thank you very much, sir, for everything that you do.
It's not the end of the game.
I know, but I just also want to put that out there.
Kane's going through his end-of-game run.
I do want to put that out there. Travis does a lot of good work, of course, back at the studio, keeping us on the air and having to deal with us. So did want to thank him as well. Independence set to receive this kickoff. It'll be pulled in by Daniels. Daniels working his way up near the 30-yard line. Then he'll get pushed back. That's where he'll go down at.
Kane, real quick before they start this drive, one score I did not get to. Fort Scott leading Lewisburg 21-13. They are at halftime.
Yeah, that's the winner and the runner-up of this district and the winner and the runner-up of that district will face off against one another. Could, I know it's looking far ahead, potentially have a situation where Labette and Fort Scott meet up again in the playoffs, depending on how these two districts go. Bulldogs with the football, Collar with it, shotgun set, takes the snap, rolls out, under pressure, throws it, it's complete, Prawley with it, out of the backfield, gets brought down at the 39-yard line. Good little play design. Kind of thought he was going deeper to the man down the sideline. Was hoping that wasn't the case, as that ball would have been well short, but Prawley was there.
It's going to be, about 2 yards shy of a first down.
Yeah, 2nd and 2, or really a long 2, short 3, judging by the marker across the field. Board shows 2. Back in the gun for Collar. Man in motion. Schicky going to hand it off up the gut with it out to the 40. Quite see who that was. Looked like Farley. Farley just shy of the first down marker. 3rd and inches coming up for the Bulldogs.
Indy trying to get a drive going here.
Bulldogs need to break huddle. They do with 9 seconds on the play clock. Taking their time in the huddle here in this game a little bit. Back in the gun for Collar. Takes the snap, gets it off just in time, hands it off to Prawley. Probably going to get hit in the backfield, tries to fight his way forward. Judging by the far official, he may have it, but we'll have to see where the official spot goes. Nope, going to be just shy. Might have picked up an inch, if we're being real generous. So 4th and inches, once again a 4th down situation for Independence. They're down 52-0. 9:53 left in the third quarter.
This is a situation where you need to be able to go under center.
They've shown they've been able to do that. Independence is going to elect to go in the shotgun instead. Hands it off to Farley. Gets hit in the backfield, then driven back. He'll lose yardage, and that'll force a turnover on downs. With 9:36 left in the third quarter, Grizzlies up 52-0. So now 1st and 10. Ball going to go back into the hands of the Grizzlies. Going to get some different personnel in there. New quarterback is Austin Jones in there. He'll get it off to the running back. That's number 23, Trent Brock. Brock finding his way down the field. Elusive, to say the least, on that one, is he picks up a huge gain on that play, and it's going to bring Labette County deep into Bulldog territory.
29-yard run.
But in fact, it's going to be inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal at the 8. Jones with it, out of the quarterback spot, takes the snap. Going to hand it off once again to Brock. Brock fighting his way off the outside edge. Picks up what he can. Kind of hard to tell from the angle we're at.
Ended up getting, about 5 off of it.
Well, brings up 2nd and goal from the 4, at least according to the board. Austin Jones back in the quarterback spot. He'll throw this one over the head of the intended target, incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and goal for the Grizzlies. 8:31 left in the third quarter. Austin Jones in the gun. Once again, takes the snap, hands it off, swallowed up in the backfield quickly was Trent Brock, as Brock had nowhere to go. Immediately had Bulldogs right around his legs. Gets brought down rather quickly. 4th and goal, going to go for it. Jones out of the gun, takes the snap, drops back, looks to throw. Flag comes flying in, whistle's blown as well. And that's going to be a false start against the Grizzlies.
Independence probably wish they just kept that flag in the pocket. Like Independence had that one stopped.
Yep, it's going to bring up 4th and goal from around the 9. Back in the gun, dropping back, looking to throw, looking, fires it into the end zone, off the hands and the helmet maybe of the receiver, incomplete. It'll bring up, or excuse me, that'll be a turnover on downs rather, Independence football.
Would you go or take a field goal on that?
Nah, might as well go for it. I mean, you got your backups in. What good does points do you at this point? Might as well see what your...
What if Indy has a strong...
Well, then we'll witness history, I feel.
What if Independence scores 54 points?
And I'll be...
That field goal would have been the winner.
I'll be mildly impressed. So Independence football in the gun is Collar. Takes the snap, man in motion. Fakes the handoff to the man in motion. Instead gives it off to Farley. And he'll move the ball down the field for a gain of 7 on that carry.
And Farley nearly broke that one.
Yeah, he had his moment there, but Labette County defense reacted well enough to stop it before he exploded that for potentially a touchdown run. Back in the gun for Collar. Takes the snap, hands it off. Farley again this time. Gets it across the first down marker and picks up the first down. That first down brought to you by Quality Record Service. For 24-hour roadside service, call 620-331-2454. And another little wrinkle they're adding there a little bit is they're snapping that as the man in motion comes across, rather than waiting for him to complete his journey to the other side of the field. Daniels in motion again. This time they snap it a little later, hand it off, low snap, into the hands of Frawley. He'll be stuck for a gain of maybe half a yard, but no more than that. 6:35 left in the third quarter. Grizzlies up 52-0. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Collar in the gun. 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Schicky in motion here to the near side. Play action fake. Collar rolls out, looking to throw. Fires it. It'll go over the bench on the Labette side. Incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Schicky over there on that sideline. But ball clearly out of bounds. No way for Schicky to even come close to catching that.
The Labette guys on the sideline couldn't even catch that one. 6:02 left in the third quarter. It's a 52-point lead for the Grizzlies. Collar in the shotgun, 2 running backs in the backfield with them. Schicky in motion, going to the far side. Going to hand it off to Prawley. Prawley got a blocker out in front of him on the outside, gets spun around, then pushed out of bounds. Minimal gain there on that one, as the Bulldogs try to test the edge with the run game, but unfortunately not finding much success.
No, however, Josh Prawley, positive yards. Now 12 carries for 3 yards.
Hurts the average a little bit, but he's had no room tonight when he's been given the football. So 5:55 left in the third quarter. It's 4th and 10. Bulldogs going to go for it. Really not much reason not to, even though they're pretty deep in their own territory. Shotgun set for Collar. Takes the snap, rolls to his right-hand side, looking to throw under immediate pressure, then gets brought down. Stiff arm. Could not keep the defender at bay, and there'll be a turnover on downs as the Grizzlies get the ball back.
So the one downside to going for it there, though, is Labette County's going to have this ball at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, I guess it'd be terrible if they put 6 more points up on the board, but again, it really doesn't matter whether you lose by 52 or
sarcasm I hear?
102. Doesn't really matter. No point in punting. Why would you punt?
That seems to work.
They've done pretty well tonight, really. Labette County runs to the outside, gets tackled in the backfield. Good job by Independence defensively reacting before the play could get bounced out far enough to try to give them the edge. Couldn't quite tell. Looked like maybe it was Tanner Russell. He lost a yard on that play. Three wide receivers set. Going to run the option. Quarterback keeper. Independence read that one well. Tackled in the backfield. Loss of a couple. Going to bring up 3rd and long, as Jones really had nowhere to go. Really didn't even look like he had much of a lane to pitch it if he decided to do that. Jones back with it, looks to throw, throws the screen. Russell with it, gets some good blocking. Flag then comes flying out into the end zone, touchdown. But that flag is going to go against Labette, and that's going to erase the touchdown from the board.
I couldn't see from that corner of the field if the flag was for Kane. Could you?
Yeah, they're going to get either the hold or the block in the back. Depends on what they want to call. They will get hold. That holding against Labette County takes the touchdown off the board and going to move Labette County back 10 yards. Shotgun set for Jones. Takes the snap, looking to throw, fires it. Russell wide open out of the slot. It finally gets spun around and dropped inside the 15. There wasn't even the defender over there on him.
That one's going to go for 17 yards.
Still going to be shy of the first down by a pretty good clip, as it'll bring up 4th and 9. Labette County going to go for it. Jones with it, takes the snap, drops back, looking, fires it, got a man open, complete, touchdown. Throws that one to Irwin, and from 13 yards out, pushes this to a score of 58-0. It's going to send the PAT unit out onto the field. Try to push this to a 59-0 score. Kick is up, and it looks good, is good. 59-0, Labette County with the lead. 4:13 left in the third quarter. We'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Magicians can make all kinds of things disappear. Too bad they can't make ATM fees vanish. Or can they? An Equity Bank debit card and make every ATM fee at every ATM vanish. Go ahead. Agree to the fee. The magic potions inside your Equity Bank debit card prevents the fee from ever appearing in your account. Abracadabra. Get an Equity Bank debit card and perform your own bit of magic on any ATM. Ape wand and top hat not required. Equity Bank, member FDIC.
We are all faced with tough decisions when choosing a home away from home for our loved ones. Medical Lodges and Grand Villas of Independence offer a wide variety of services ranging from an assisted living community to skilled nursing or long-term care.
Whether you're seeking a place to make new friends or recover and go home, Medical Lodges and Grand Villas Independence.
Call me, Megan, at Medical Lodges, 331-8789.
Or call me, Amber, at Grand Villas, 331-2260. We serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
59-0. The score here in this one is Independence trailing. 4:13 left in the third quarter. Bulldogs set to receive the kickoff. Tate Phillips out there to kick for the Grizzlies. He'll kick this one away. It'll be fielded by Daniels. Got around the 10-yard line. Daniels works his way to the left-hand side, gets tripped up and goes down out near the 27-yard line. That's where the Bulldogs will take over to begin their next drive. Been a difficult night to say the least, Brett, but I've seen some different offensive plays from the Bulldogs, some different looks than what we're normally accustomed to some mixed success, but still good to see Independence trying some different things and perhaps different plays, rather, that should work out in future games once Independence can iron out some of the kinks.
Yeah, like you said at halftime, the offense hasn't looked bad. It's just Labette County's a really good defense.
Flags come flying in as Independence false starting there on that one. It's going to bring up 1st and 15. So they'll mark off the yardage and push Independence back. It's been that kind of night for the Bulldogs as well with the penalties.
It's been a long night, that's for sure.
Shotgun is set again for Collar. Takes the snap, hands it off, and looks like Prawley. Yep, Prawley got hit in the backfield. We'll call it no gain there on that one. It's 2nd and 15.
He ended up moving the stick back about a yard. Took him a while.
Yeah, I guess so. So 2nd and 16. Once they got that one set. Back in the gun for Collar. Receiver in motion, takes the snap, hands it off, and then brought down quickly was Farley, as he'll lose yardage on that play as well.
Yeah, Independence unable to get that ground game going tonight. And we've seen a couple games this year where that ground game just goes, and goes. With that defense, a little too much.
Yeah, winning at the line of scrimmage. That's really where they've been dominating Independence, controlling things in the trenches. Low snap for Collar. Pick it up off the ground, throws it out on the swing pass. It's complete, but not going to be able to pick up anything on that one as Prawley got tackled quickly after hauling in that reception. Going to bring up 4th and 21. Punt unit out there.
For it again, Kate?
I would, but punt unit going to be out there. Farley set to kick this one away. Takes the snap. Kicks it. Going to be a high end-over-end kick. Takes an Independence bounce, but only going to get that to about where the first down marker was, so 21-yard punt for the Bulldogs, and Labette County going to have it in Independence territory.
Yeah, about the 37-yard line.
.208 left in the third quarter. Grizzlies up 59-0. As the Grizzlies go back out there on the field, Austin Jones still going to be in their quarterback, 5'10", 165-pound sophomore. And then we have whistles and a timeout called. We'll take a 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Many things change over time, and auto repair is one of those things. While today's high-tech cars may not require the same continuous service as the older ones do, they will nonetheless at one time or another need to be serviced. When they do, they require high-tech equipment and highly trained certified technicians. You can find all those, along with the most advanced computer diagnostic equipment available, at the Car Shop.
3201 West Main in Independence. That's 3201 West Main in Independence.
Players coming out of the timeout, 59-0, Labette County with the lead over the Independence Bulldogs. 2:08 left in the third quarter. Grizzlies with the football. Jones with it, hands it off to his running back, working the left-hand side before getting brought down. It was number 23, Brock once again. Couldn't find much room there, as he'll be taken down for no gain. Now 2nd and 10 for the Grizzlies. Shotgun set, quarterback keeper, big hole right up the middle with it, spin move, and then gets taken down on the shoestring tackle. Wasn't ready for the draw there, as that middle of the Independence defense just caved wide open. Back in the gun, quarterback keeper once again looked to throw on that one there, but nothing. Good tackle in the open field. As flying in there was Josh Prawley. Looked like he hit the speed burst right before he made that tackle. Labette County trying to get things sorted out. Back in the gun, four wide receivers set, and then a false start, as it looked like left guard moved, and it will knock him back 5 yards. Brings up 2nd and 10. Labette County going to go take another crack at it after the penalty. Jones in there at quarterback. takes the snap, throws it incomplete, trying to look for a slot man quickly after the snap, but Independent's doing a good job on coverage as it was Farley there. Third and 10, 44.2 seconds left here in the third. Jones with it in the shotgun. We're going to look over to the sideline for some instruction here on this play. He'll take the snap. Flag comes flying out, and a false start.
Appears they're just not on the same.
Well, they really need to wait till the fourth quarter before they start doing this not on the same page stuff. As clock is standing still here in the third when this type of thing happens. Third and 15, marching off the penalty yardage. Jones in the shotgun, looks to throw, fires it, complete, then tackled immediately is that Prawley. It was, like Brett said, just stuck him after the reception. Going to be short of the first down by about 9 yards. Jones going to get the play call from the sideline. Now heads back to the quarterback spot. 4 wide receivers set. He'll take the snap, rolls out under immediate pressure, and then gets brought down. There's just nowhere to go. And that sack, it was number 63. Trevor Ryan is good job. Turnover on downs, and it's going to be the end of the quarter with the score 59-0. Labette County with the lead. We'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
We are all faced with tough decisions when choosing a home away from home for our loved ones. Medical Lodges and Grand Villas of Independence offer a wide variety of services ranging from an assisted living community to skilled nursing or long-term care.
Whether you're seeking a place to make new friends or recover and go home, Medical Lodges and Grand Villas Independence.
Call me, Megan, at Medical Lodges, 331-8789.
Or call me, Amber, at Grand Villas, 331-2260. We serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
Getting ready to start the fourth quarter. 59-0, Labette County with the lead. Independence with the football. We'll have a running clock. Actually, I shouldn't jinx that. It is district play. Well, we're about to start the quarter anyways, maybe. Independence had to send a player off the field. Like Daniels, I don't know if it was an equipment issue or what, but Schicky will come in instead. Schicky goes in motion, shotgun set, Collar with it, looking to throw, fires it, gets incomplete to Farley, turned and looked up the field before hauling that one in, and
he kept going like he had it.
Yeah, had me fooled.
Had us all fooled.
But got to secure that football first. That's first and foremost. Do have a running clock here in the fourth quarter due to the point differential. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Bulldog offense. Shotgun set, Farley in motion, takes the snap, going to hand it off to his running back off the right-hand side for a loss there on the play is Crawley, again, just nowhere to go, and he loses 4 yards on that carry. So a loss of 4 brings up 3rd and 14 for the Independence offense. Back in the gun are the Bulldogs. Caller, 2 running backs in the backfield. Wide receiver in motion, fakes the handoff, rolls out, looking to throw. It's tipped as he throws it. Might have been picked, and it was. So interception, Labette County, as that ball looked like it was tipped as soon as he threw it. And it results in the interception. Labette County football with 10-10 left in the 4th quarter.
It's kind of a tough break there for Braden.
Yeah, you'll have those situations happen sometimes, especially he's been under pressure really just about any time he's dropped back to pass, save for a play or two earlier in this ball game, and it makes it very difficult to try to throw under that type of duress. Shotgun set for the Grizzlies. Smith spin move right up the middle with it is Brock. Brock fighting his way towards the first down marker, going to be a little shy of it. Brings up 2nd and 1. Hurry up mode for Labette County, the way they run their offense. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers set. Looking to throw, fires it, incomplete, off the hands of the intended target. Flag comes flying in the backfield. It's probably going to be a late hit. And it is.
Josh Prawley, the one who's going to get that penalty, and he just kind of walked away. Took a long, round lap around the defense, going back to his safety position. You can clearly tell he's just frustrated out there tonight.
Yeah. I'm sure I stopped the clock, though. So they'll mark off the penalty yardage with 9:02 left in the 4th quarter. It'll bring up a first down with the penalty yardage. Quarterback keeper on the snap. Won't get much, dancing around there in the backfield a little bit, trying to find a hole, and Austin Jones going to lose yardage, about lose 2 on that one. Brings up 2nd and 12.
You notice the official there, he was
trying to wind that clock.
He wound his arm.
Kind of hoping I was seeing that earlier.
8 or 9 times.
Down to 8:30 left in the 4th quarter. Labette County already up 59-0. They're on the move once again. Jones with it, hands it off to his running back, avoiding tacklers, driving his way near the 10-yard line before being brought down. And again, the ball carrier there was Trent Brock. Back of the gun, 4 wide receivers set for Jones. Jones hands it off to Brock. Brock right-hand side, slips, loses his footing, goes down, and then a flag comes flying in late. And they're going to call another late hit. I don't agree with that one.
Yeah, that was kind of a touchy late hit call.
Brock slipped and fell to the turf. The defender coming in from behind him went into him, but because of that sudden stop of momentum, I guess it doesn't really matter in the long run. But shotgun set, Austin with it, takes it, gets stopped, forward progress, and then gets brought down. Going to bring up 4th and 2. Yep, 4th and 2 for Labette County. 7:15 left in the fourth quarter. Labette County, not sure, there's a little confusion here on what the play call is. They finally get it sorted out. 4 wide receivers set. Going to hand it off to the running back. Got enough for the first down as fighting his way for it was Trent Brock. It'll move the chains and brings up first and goal for the Grizzlies.
They got that play in with about 5 or 6 seconds left on the play clock.
Hurry up. Going to give it off to Brock. Gets hit immediately, then driven back. Independence reacting better here to the hurry up than we've seen earlier in this game. Waiting for the play call once again here on 2nd and goal. 6:10 left in the fourth quarter. We do have a running clock. 59-0 Labette County with the lead. Jones with it. He'll hand it off to Brock. Spin move, gets tripped up and goes down.
Going to lose about 2 on that one.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd and goal. So with 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line, 5:30 left in the fourth quarter. Jones in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers set. Hands it off again. Brock with it. Spins out of the first tackle. Then gets brought down to the 3 as Prawley was in on it. It'll bring up 4th and goal now from the 3-yard line. Minor victory, but
I say Independence doing a good job.
See if they can hold them out.
Goal line.
So Jones getting the play call from the sideline. And it looks like they're going to have to take a timeout, and they do with 4:42 left in the fourth quarter. We'll take 30 seconds with them. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
When you have an emergency, you need a comprehensive healthcare facility that puts your mind at ease every step of the way. The emergency department at Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center offers patients fast access to vital healthcare services. Our quick response heart attack and stroke protocols ensure diagnostics begin rapidly. A state-of-the-art facility for state-of-the-art care. Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center, where we center around you.
You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9.
Coming out of the timeout, it's 59-0. Labette County with the lead, 4:42 left in the fourth quarter. It's 4th and goal for the Grizzlies at the 4-yard line. Independence defense been battered here tonight, but right now showing some resolve. Again, minor victory, but an opportunity to try to deny Labette County any more points. Man in motion for Jones. Hands it off to the motion man. Gets hit immediately as flying in there was Josh Prawley. Prawley had a head of steam on that one and made sure to deny the Grizzlies.
It's a decent hit.
That white hat's just winding that clock. Oh, he looked up there after that, and the clock was stopped. He was aggressively motioning for it to start.
He didn't like that. He wants to get out of here.
4:08 left in the fourth. Shotgun set for Collar. Takes the snap, hands it off. Farley up the middle with it. Gets tripped up and goes down at the 15-yard line. Picks up 10 on that carry. Be enough to move the chains. 3:40 left now in the fourth. Independence with the ball at their own 15-yard line.
They try to make one last drive here, see if they get on the board.
Might as well. In the gun, Collar with it. Takes the snap, hands it off. Farley bobbling the ball around as he was running, lost it, and that'll be a turnover.
And Farley just never got full possession of the ball.
Do have an injured Grizzly out on the field. It's going to have to bring up an injury timeout, but does get helped up off the field rather quickly. So we'll keep it right here as walking off the field under his own power, albeit limping fairly heavily. Good to see, able to walk off the field by himself, so hopefully nothing too serious. Mention again, 59-0. Grizzlies with the lead, now with 3:14 left in the fourth quarter. Going to be a loss here tonight for the Bulldogs. They'll be 0-1 in district play. And it will put Independence into a matchup next week. I guess you have Coffeyville at home.
Kind of a must-win game next
both
week.
Those teams. Yep. As last we heard, Coffeyville was down to Chanute. So it's Labette County football, and Labette County just going to take knees here.
And they cannot run out the clock.
No, but don't really want to, the score situation, and why take any more abuse or potential injury. Just had a Grizzly go down there earlier and was able to get up, of course, but was limping. So not much point in this situation to continue running an offense. As Labette County will take the snap once again out of shotgun. And they will take a knee. But like you said, won't be enough. But with the running clock, it eventually will be.
Indy looking kind of like Tampa Bay out there.
Go on.
A little bit of a blitz there.
No, I didn't see that, I guess.
Guys were coming in a little hard.
For a sec there, I was like, what are you talking about? It's Labette that's taking the knee out of the shotgun. So I guess Tampa had to do the following week. So 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. And we're just in a holding, well, not even really a holding pattern, but you're in a situation where we're just trying to run that clock down, and taking the knees are the Grizzlies. And Brett, it'd be a tough loss here tonight, of course, for Independence, but they're going to have two more district games on their slate, including a rare home game for Independence next week against their county rival.
My situation,
Coffeyville.
This will be my first home game week one.
That's true. Yeah,
I've been on the road all season.
Since you missed that Anderson County game, that's true. Yeah, it's, I gotta say, Independence going to just get their third and final home game, which will be senior night, of course, for the Bulldogs, for just the few seniors on the team. Not like it was last year with an abundance of seniors.
Yeah, it took an hour to get through senior night last year.
Yeah.
That was just the football team.
Because it was, 19 seniors, I think it was?
A lot.
On the football team, yeah. Yeah, very, very true. So, was a turnover on downs after that last knee. Independence going to be able to rip off one more play, more than likely. Shotgun set for Collar. Takes the snap, low snap, ball loose on the turf. He'll have to eat it if he gets tackled. And that should do her as we dip under 10 seconds left to play. And big victory for Labette County as they start their quest for a district championship here tonight. Took a big step forward. Independence taking their first district loss tonight. This one by a score of 59-0 in favor of the Labette County Grizzlies. We're going to send it back to the studio for 3 minutes. When we come back, we'll have our Labette Health post-game show. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Should you fix up the old clunker or buy a new car? That's the question. Now, here's the answer. The car shop at Independence can help you keep your car around for a long time. Most cars can safely reach 200,000 miles. The important thing is never skip on maintenance. Regular oil changes, tire rotations, and transmission tune-ups, even when it seems to be running fine. The car shop, 3201 West Main, Independence, 331-3553.
Yep, you're gonna look good in this house. Are we ready to make an offer?
Well, we really love this house.
Yes, we really love this house, but 120,000 is as high as we can go on this house.
You're kidding me, right? I see what kind of car you're driving. You got lots of money. You can do better than that. Sheesh!
Tired of being hounded? Then visit us at Midwest Real Estate. Your home, our commitment. Online at MidwestKS.com.
What makes a good pharmacy? At the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, it's a genuine interest in you and your personal health care needs. They help with all your health questions and concerns and offer health screenings that help monitor your health, sponsor health events that keep you informed of the most important advancements. And of course, a good pharmacy also provides a full range of products you need for good health, from the national brands to trusted Medicine Shop brands. So what makes a good pharmacy? It's the Medicine Shop Promise. Pride in knowing medicine and also you in order to meet your individual health needs accurately and completely. 400 North Penn in Independence.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at Crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
I'm Kim Goodman, born and raised in Independence, Kansas. At Equity Bank, you'll find experience in what we do with lending decisions made right here. When you buy a home, I will work with you while also providing great rates. We're helping build equity right here in Southeast Kansas. Go to equitybank.com to apply or call me at 331-1660. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you have an emergency, you need a comprehensive healthcare facility that puts your mind at ease every step of the way. The Emergency Department at Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center offers patients fast access to vital healthcare services. Our quick response heart attack and stroke protocols ensure diagnostics begin rapidly. A state-of-the-art facility for state-of-the-art care. Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center, where we center around you.
Here at the end of this one, 59-0. Labette County with the win here tonight. This is our Labette Health post-game show. I'm Kane Carpenter. Along with me, Brett Shields. And tough loss here tonight, of course, Brett. For the Bulldogs here in this one is Independence falls now to 0-1 in district play. The most important factor here at this stage is the way things are currently structured in the state of Kansas, at least for 4A and under. But got to see some different wrinkles from this Independence offense here tonight. Had Collar in at quarterback for the entirety here of this game. And I know the score didn't really reflect it, but Independence showed some positive things on the offensive side, showed some positive elements on the defensive side tonight. Just ran up against an exceptionally difficult team that was the Labette County Grizzlies here this evening. Kind of knew going into this one how tough of a game this would be, judging by the way Labette County had played so far this season. And got to admit, I think Labette County, deservedly so, the best team in the SEK, especially after that win against Fort Scott. They're really starting to prove that.
Yeah, going into tonight, Parsons was actually the only SEK team that didn't have still a chance at a share. Obviously, tonight's big games changed that, and Labette County tonight kind of showing they're the cream of the crop.
Yeah, definitely so. On that one is, again, kind of knew that going into this game a little bit, that's where it was going to fall, and it's going to give Independence an opportunity in the next couple weeks, of course, last 2 weeks would be district play for the Bulldogs, with an opportunity to try to right things here a little bit with how it's gone. But, yeah, just a tough night all in all for the Independence Bulldogs here this evening in this one. I do want to say we have Coach Boldra up here with us right now. First off, tough loss here tonight, Coach, here in this game, but we got to see some different things out of the offense here tonight. Got to see some different personnel in there as well, playing at the different positions, and seeing a few new wrinkles that worked to some limited success in the early going of this game.
Yeah, limited would be a key word there. We did not play well up front at all, but you got to learn from it, move on to the next one. I tried to tell the kids after last week that the season starts over. We're 0-0. We got 3 games. We got to do something, and that's one of them. We got 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more left, and of course the next one, getting a home game against Coffeyville there in that one, and with Independence dropping to 0-1 in district play, an opportunity again to try to play for State of Kansas in 4A and under, at least currently, either a district title or district runner-up with a chance to advance, and especially with it being the Coffeyville game, big rivalry game. Shouldn't take much to get those kids into that mindset of just how important that is, and going out there and getting them fired up for that game.
You wouldn't think it would. Right now our daubers are down pretty far, and kids are pretty banged up, and we'll have a tough week of practice coming up, but we'll be prepared, and we'll go out and see what we can do at home.
Yeah, again, with that home game there on that one a little bit with it, but with the way this Independence team has played in the early goings of it, again, we knew kind of going into this one how tough that game would be, and kind of tell how disappointed in the way some of the things fell here again tonight, but got to imagine it's not going to be a fun week of practice for some of these kids, at least from the sound of it a little bit. But and you know what? And I know you and I have talked about this a lot, just to kind of put that out there. And sometimes that's needed, because I know you issued that challenge to them before the Anderson County game, and they came out and responded at least in that game for it. And maybe time for that again a little bit.
Yeah, we got to go back to some very, very basic things, and it's all about blocking and tackling, and we're not doing either one very well right now. So, we got to get back to basics and get things figured out, keep pounding, and see what happens. We got 2 left, and hopefully we can get 2 wins, and then see what happens from there. But right now, our daubers are down, and kids are beat up, and when you're down and things are going bad, and they keep throwing it and running it and doing all the things they were trying to do to us, it's hard to stay focused. Then the white hat got kind of crazy with the official, with the flags and things, and it's funny how you can find a late hit there when we're getting beat 59-0. You can't find late hits the whole game on them, but that's their job, and they got to live with it. And you got to certainly look yourself in the mirror and think what kind of person you are. So that's where that's at.
Well, good luck next week, Coach, against Coffeyville. We thank you for taking the time to talk with us tonight.
Guys, take care. God bless. Have a safe trip home. Hey, you're all out tomorrow shopping. Go downtown. See you.
59-0. The score here in this one. Labette County with the win over the Independence Bulldogs here in this game. Do want to mention again, this is our Labette Health post-game show. And Brett, as Coach Boulder talked about, obviously very difficult loss here this evening, and disappointed in some of the things his team did here tonight. And I can't really begin to tell you, of course, from a coach's point of view, always going to be exceptionally critical of the way your players played here tonight. But like I told Coach Boulder, it reminded me a lot of the way he felt in the week before they played against Anderson County in that one, that game against Baser Linwood. He was disappointed in the way they played in that game, the way they performed, issued a challenge to him in that week of practice, and they responded that following week against the Anderson County Bulldogs, and kind of hoping for a repeat performance of that going into next week's game against Coffeyville, because Independence is going to need that kind of effort to knock off the Golden Tornado.
Yeah, Coffeyville, what we think, coming off of a loss, they were down at halftime quite a few possessions, so we're looking at that game now, and the winner of that game is going to have a chance still to advance their season.
Yep.
You think.
That's going to depend on how the other one goes.
It gets a little confusing, but you would think that the winner of that game will have a chance. The loser, more than likely, probably going to be done. So a lot on the line next week, and if you can go out and play your best game of the season next week, which Coffeyville, Independence, those teams are going to try to do, I'm sure. You're looking at a Week 9 game, more than likely, where you're going to have state playoffs to play for.
And not to speculate too much, but if you can get that win against Coffeyville, you're 1-1. Seeing the way Labette County played here tonight, I would venture to guess they beat Chanute.
Mm-hmm.
That makes Chanute 1-1.
You're going to go hypothetical, Indy beats Coffeyville.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Yeah, hypothetical, Indy beats Coffeyville.
That means
that's at 1-1. That means you go into Chanute, both teams 1-1 in that game.
The winner, more than likely,
and the winner of that would be the runner-up, because Coffeyville would be 0-2 in that situation of that. So, I mean, if things, at least, again, nothing against Chanute. Chanute, obviously, a much, much improved team over the last few years, and anything can happen. But just based on what I've seen from Labette County, I would give the edge to the Grizzlies in that ball game. But Independence just needs to take care of business on their side of it. Whatever falls, falls as far as district play goes. And Independence, big rivalry game. If they can get up for that game and understand the importance of that, Bulldogs can find some success. It's just going to come down to whether they can find the will and a way in the last 2 weeks of this season. That's where it's going to fall. Anything less to add? I'll go ahead and start wrapping things up here on our end, I guess.
Big day of college football tomorrow. Texas OU. KU is in Ames playing Iowa State. K-State hosting TCU, and then tomorrow the Pirates taking on Highland.
I was about to say, Pirates and Highlands, a 1 o'clock kickoff up in Highland, so probably want to listen to that one here on 10:10 a.m. It's a tough trip to make
if you're not able to listen. You always catch the game on TV in about a year.
That's true, yeah. Just hold off on that. You and I joke a little about that.
A little bit of video and transcripts today from the Last Chance U that's been rolling. Cameras going this season. I think when that comes out next year, it's going to be just pure gold, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting bit of it. I thought more importantly,
Coach Brown was getting into some of those players.
More importantly, what I saw, East Mississippi got rocked Thursday night.
Like 61 to 39, 38.
Yeah, they got rolled in that one. So,
but yeah, big day of college football, and don't forget Sunday. Chiefs host Pittsburgh up at Arrowhead Stadium. Yeah. Chiefs announced they're expecting the biggest crowd they've ever had since they did the renovations in 2010. You going with me?
Well, then get loud. But then when they give the
you gotta get loud, Cave.
When they give the attendance, I always feel like, man, they're so lucky because they'll be like, there's 68,000 people here. But if I show up, then that's 68,001. That'd be kind of weird. So they don't want to mess that up.
I'm a fake fan anyway.
Or if you did show up and you're like, man, if I didn't show up, that'd only been 67,999 people. They're really lucky I ended up showing up here for this game. Next week, Bulldogs take on Coffeyville for their home game. Senior night, please come out for that. Do you want to mention that, of course, as well. Can't join us. Listen to us right here on Indy 102.9 or on the 102.9 YouTube page and Facebook page. We'll live stream the game as well. Do want to thank all of our sponsors. Of course, without them, none of this would be possible. Do want to thank Travis once again, our board op. Thank you very much, sir. As always, you do a wonderful job keeping things running smoothly.
Hook of horns.
It's not even a Texas fan. Travis, I just like the U fan. I'm not going to say anything because I know if I even say anything remotely positive about Texas will go out and lose that game 58-0.
Hey, that quarterback looked good last week.
They'll start someone else, though. You can't have too much success for Texas. So, yeah, score here tonight, 59-0. Independence with the loss to Labette County. We'll wrap things up. Thank you for listening. You've been listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
You've been listening to Independence High School Bulldog Football on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9. Tonight's game is brought to you by